Welcome back to the Anti Madden channel. We are back with another video, and this video is titled How to Beat Cover 2 Waggle-itis Part 1. In this video, we're going to look at how to beat Cover 2 with a route combination that results in huge plays downfield. Now, back in Madden 15, I used to run a play out of the far tight twins formation called PA Waggle. The play was nasty against Cover 2, gashing it for huge yards, and that's where I discovered this route combination. In this year's Madden, they got rid of the far tight twins, so I had to go about finding it elsewhere, and I found it in two plays that I'm going to cover in this series. One quick note before we get started: these plays are only to be run if you're very sure your opponent is running a cover 2 zone. If you're playing somebody online who is only running cover 2, these can be some good options to attack downfield. The first play we're going to look at is the PA Waggle out of the I-Form Close formation. So let's just take a little look at this. I'm going to go in here and call a random play. The first thing we're going to do is put the tight end on a streak. So in this case, it's going to be Reed. The next thing we're going to do is put the fullback, which is Young, right here, and swing him to the right. Now right here we've got the play art. We're looking for Jackson on that deep corner route. He's our primary receiver, and that's where this play gets big yards. Now before I let this play run, I need to mention that this play has a few caveats. The first thing is the QB overthrows. Some of you have played online or played in practice mode. Sometimes you get that QB throwing the ball way out of bounds. That happens on this play, so you're going to need to pass lead when you're running it. The second thing is protection. Sometimes the defensive ends on the left and the right will block shed really quick off the edge, and it's going to give you less time to make that big play downfield. And third, sometimes your tight end will get bumped, which will kind of throw off the timing of the routes. And sometimes the safeties, they don't bite on the tight end, and that's who we really want the safeties to bite on, is that tight end streaking up on the middle. So let's just let this run real quick. So you're gonna call that play action, roll out to the right, and you see right here I'm looking for Jackson up the sideline. Now I didn't really run that right, but let's run this again. And it's just a simple streak the tight end, put the fullback, roll out on the play. Right here you see the defensive end block sheds, and I'm able to hit Young in the flat. So even though I'm not able to hit the deep route to Jackson, I still have an out on this play. Now right here, that, and when, yeah, see, that wasn't very good, because I really had my the fullback open underneath and didn't hit him in time. I was too busy looking at the defensive end. Now right here, Jackson gets wide open, and that's where you're going to gash people. You're going to gash people deep corner, because this is a killer play against cover 2. Now I'm going to keep running and see if we can get some situations where it doesn't work. And right here you can see, and especially if you have a fast wide receiver, you could get touchdowns off this play, because he's just going to outrun the safety. And we're going to take a look at what happens on this play deep. Now right here again, see, okay, right there, see, now that was a bad read by me, but this is what will happen sometimes when you run it, so you got to make sure you read it right. So let's go into instant replay and see exactly what happened. Now right here, what I think happened is that strong safety, see the, the guy in the back, the strong safety back here, he's basically biting on Deshaun Jackson's out route. So we get over here, and you see he's kind of sliding to the right. Now what I want him to do is actually keep going deep with Reed, the tight end, streaking down the middle, but instead he started sliding over, and at that point I've got pressure in my face, and I still ended up throwing it. You see that the cornerback is also there, and he ends up getting the pick. So that was just all around a bad read, because if we look again at the flat was probably wide open, right? Because that cornerback had dropped back, and you see right here, look at him, he's got like 10 yards of daylight to run if I actually threw the ball. So the great thing about this play, that against cover 2, you've actually got two options. You've actually got two options to throw. You're looking deep if deep is not open, and right here when I'm throwing the ball, I'm actually pass leading down and to the left, so kind of down to the left, back away from it. Otherwise, let me just try to throw it here without pass leading. So if I just roll out and pass lead, he kind of overthrows him. See, he overthrows the ball, but that was without any pass lead. So you're going to want to pass lead the ball down and to the left when you're rolling out to the right like this. So I'm rolling out, holding down to the left, which makes the ball kind of slow up a bit, and he's able to take it in. Now let's run this a couple more times against these plays just to see if we can get it messing up a couple times. Now right here, I basically read that the safety ended up going with Deshaun Jackson. When I was looking for the deep corner, the safety went over there and started cheating. The other thing about that streak up the middle is that if he goes up the middle untouched, now let's just run it here. He actually got bumped a couple times. So he gets the tight end, if you look at Reed, he gets bumped off the line of scrimmage here. Then the middle linebacker just bumps him. But then he's open right there in the middle of the field. Now when I was looking for Deshaun Jackson on the deep corner, I basically saw the strong safety slide and then immediately just pass led inside to the tight end, and he's able to make the play and catch it right there. So it actually has three options, because you can hit Deshaun Jackson deep corner, you can hit Jordan Reed if the strong safety cheats, or you can hit the flat if the defensive end block sheds. Now right there he's cheating again, and then this wide open right there. Just drop it over the middle, floater pass, he ends up taking it in deep. And this is all going to depend on the type of defense that you're facing. If you just take a quick look and show you the defense we got this up again. These are all cover 2 plays. If we look at the concept, let's see, now cover 2 zone. You can see here we've got, what's a little, play type, okay. So the concept right here. So I got 19 plays, all cover 2. This whole defense that you're seeing this up against is all against cover 2. Like 4-6 pair under, quarter normal, 52, 3-4 even, 3-4 solid, 4-3, nickel, 2-4-5. I mean, it just goes through all of them. So I just try to give a well-rounded approach to showing you that this play just doesn't work on one play, because sometimes people run a play and it doesn't really work on everything. I'm not trying to do videos like that. My play's got to work. So again, he's just getting wide open. Now, the thing I want to do next is flip the play to show you that it works. It almost sometimes works better going to the left. So let's just flip the play. And it's the same setup when you flip the play. Same exact thing. Your reads are exactly the same, except you flip it. So just call it random play. I'm streaking Reed over here. So Reed is on the streak. And then I'm swinging Young to the left this time instead of the right to go the opposite way. Same thing, we roll out. Looking for Garcon deep. I tried to pass lead it. He ended up toe tapping it and catching it. Let's see if we can get the defensive end block shedding. Run it a few more times. Now that's just getting wide open down there. It's just wide open, and that is basically because of the route combination. That streak and safety, the safety on the streak, is basically just going to take the safety right out of the play. And right there he cheated, and I made a bad read. And the other thing about that is, when I'm rolling out opposite the throwing arm of the receiver. So right here, Kirk Cousins is basically right-handed, and I'm rolling out to my left, trying to throw the ball, and basically he's still open now. You can see Garcon getting open, but I don't have enough time to wind up and throw the ball. So it is actually better to throw the ball to your QB strong arm. So if you got a left-handed QB, you might want to run this to the left only, or if you got a right-handed QB, but it will work if you get time. Now sometimes you will get that the defensive ends block shedding and coming off. Sometimes if your opponent is in a QB contain, they will come off. But you can see here, I mean, it's just murdering everything. Any cover 2, and I didn't put every single cover 2 like the dime, but it would have done the same thing. I just wanted to give the full effect that it's going to beat everything, and he's going to get open deep. Now most of these are going to be huge plays if you get the type of, if you get a cover 2. If your opponent is running cover 2 nonstop, you are going to get huge plays. Now right here, the ball is at the 40. So if we take a look at this, we run it, bam, he is catching the ball right here at the 27-yard line. So that is 10, 20, 30, 33 yards. That's a 33-yard play, easy, without pressure, that you are going to get on your opponent every time he runs a cover 2. Now just to show here, I think I had a couple cover 2 presses in here, so it will work on cover 2 presses as well as just a cover 2. I think I had a couple cover 2. Let me just see which one's a cover. So the 4-6 bump bear under is a cover 2 press. 3-4 solid is a cover 2 press. We've got the nickel 3D ends, which is a cover 2 QB contain. And the nickel wide 9 is a cover 2 press. So I threw in some regular cover 2, which is basically going to be easy to spot because the DBs are about 5 yards off. And you just set it up, roll out, make sure that you pass lead down. Like right there, I'm pass leading because I'm going to the left. I am pass leading down and to the right. So when you're going to the right, you pass lead down to the left, and that is just to not overthrow the ball, because I'll show you if you roll out and you don't pass lead. Right there, he was covered. He's actually covered, and you see Jordan Reed was actually streaking down the middle. That's when you then make that read to throw to him. Let me just see if I can get him to overthrow it. Now right here, I got a guy in my face. You throw it to the running back. If that defensive end comes off, you make that quick read and throw it into the flats. And usually you will get 4 to 5 yards. I mean, sometimes you get 10 yards, but the point is you at least have an option to get rid of it. So let me just throw this one time. And right there, I don't even think Garcon caught that inbounds. So make sure you pass lead down and away from where you're throwing it, just so that, and right here, that was a bad read. So that was a bad read. The safety was coming over. So that's basically the only time, the only real bad thing with this play is if you make a mistake. If you make a bad read, you're going to have a bad result. But if you don't, if you make your proper reads, like right here, I rolled out, let's see who I should have thrown the ball to. You see the free safety starts sliding, but I've got pressure in my face. So that's one of the reasons I actually threw it, is because I had two Bills defenders coming right at me. But really what I should have done is hit, who is this over here? Let's see, who is that? Young, okay. I should have hit Young in the flat right there, right? And Young probably, you see that corner where that DB would have been there. He probably would have got 5 yards, maybe even 6 yards. The point is, it was all, this was all based on making that read. So that's going to do it for part 1. Make sure you check out part 2 of this series. First thing I want to add though is the play is pretty consistent all around, and that's all you can really hope for when you add it to your playbook. I mean, if you can get a play to work 85% of the time, then it's something that you want to have, because you can kind of rely on it. I've had plays before that worked 50% of the time, and it would be a big play, but on the flip side, it could be a negative play too. So I've made it a point to get rid of all plays in my playbook that are just 50-50, and I think this is a good play to put in your playbook, because you can really just, if you know your opponent is running a cover 2, you can just kind of take a shot. You know, you could take a shot with this play. If it's not there, you dump it off to the running back, and it's a safe play to run. The next play we're going to cover in part 2 is going to be out of the shotgun. It works with 11 personnel, and it's one that I've recently put into my playbook to take advantage of cover 2 opponents. So if you like this video, give it a like, subscribe to my channel for more content focused on improving your game. Until next time, the Anti Madden is out. Peace.